Om Shanti. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic, the stage of a might and lighthouse. Constantly experience the stage of a light and might house in your yoga. This knowledge is light and yoga is might. These two powers of knowledge and yoga should be filled with light and might. You can then be called a Master Almighty Authority. Such a powerful soul will be able to overcome any type of situation in a second. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 11. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic. Today's topic, the stage of a light and might house. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Whenever we sit to practice something, there is always some practical and powerful thought emerges. Like a lighthouse, most important quality is unshakable and stable. Baba uses word achal adol. So achal, unshakable is, like when there are different circumstances, they leave sometimes some of the impression about a person, about a situation, and then we keep thinking this person is like that or this person. So emotionally, we shake, but unshakable. And then when you are unshakable, then you are able to, Baba said, within a second, circumstances can pass. And circumstances, it's really up to us how much power of yoga we use so that circumstances do not affect us. Like lighthouse cannot tell the waves of ocean not to be too strong. You shouldn't be like this, can we? They cannot stop. The waves are strong because there is. So internally unshakable and stable. Because if we are unshakable and stable, then only we can be lighthouse. But many times we ask a person why you did this or you shouldn't do it. They will always say circumstances. Because this one said it, because this happened, no? But all that had to happen is in drama. But did I remain unshakable and stable? So that is one of the most important stage which we have to create. And then Baba says, unshakable, stable, and consistent. Ekras. Okay, it could be Baba's love. It could be stability on drama. It could be churning of knowledge. But I have to be unshakable, stable, and then consistent. So we have to practice these three qualities, and then we can be lighthouse, lighthouse. But you cannot tell the waves not to be too strong. Why it happens? Why this doesn't happen? It happens. Waves do come, right? This morning, I think I knew, but not went in details. There was email from the sister from Nepal. As some of you know that there is almost, they burned so many buildings, and even the Vedants, the parliament is burned. Everything is on fire because some of the students, government was banning social media like Telegram and all the, they feel that students shouldn't be reading those YouTubes and all that. So they revolt. They said that all the rich families, their children, they have access to everything. Why we don't have? So government, there was a protest, and so government started shooting, and 20 children died. So then it became very violent. Students almost took over whole thing. So she wrote that we are okay, but situation is not very stable. They still have. So when we hear it, what we could do be lighthouse, lighthouse. But then, of course, on behalf of everyone, good wishes from all of us to not only BK family, but for whole country. Our good wishes are with you. So now these are situations. Baba says, be ready every time, anytime, anything can happen. It was considered to be most peaceful country, and today it's something. Country is burning. It's not something small, right? But sisters are okay. They still observing, and they are okay. So Baba is saying that this stage of light and might house, we still have to just give light and might. Whatever happens, it's not we will say, look what is happening, I can't give now lighthouse, because our thinking goes in that. So Baba says, constantly experience the stage of light and might house. Baba says, stage of lighthouse, might house in your yoga. So that means when we sit, right? The knowledge is light and might, yoga is might. So Baba says these two powers of knowledge and yoga should be filled, they should be filled with light and might. So Baba says that you can then be called Master Almighty, powerful soul. Such a powerful soul will be able to overcome any type of situation in a second. So I think you all have heard, and I have shared many times, that when there was partition of India into two countries, there was so much violence, so much. And Baba told everyone, nothing will happen to you. You stay bodiless, be in tapasya. And it's true, nothing, not only nothing happened, but rather the government there start helping them to protect them, send the grains, vegetables, everything was provided to them. And that's how they decided to stay on even after partition. So all these practices of being bodiless, be with Baba, have yoga, or for the times, circumstances which will be very dangerous, could be violent. So the practice, if we have proper practice, then we could do it. If not, now nothing happening, everything is so normal. And if we are shaken, when the real situations will come, then what we will do? So scenes of drama, they come and go. Everyone has their own part to play. So use the knowledge so that your light can increase. Anything happen, just be in good yoga. So power can come. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Hello, brother.
Greetings from New York. My name is Eric.
Yeah.
I'm from Global Harmony House. I've been with Baba for over 40 years, and I have a great opportunity to do service in the New York City area. So just in case anybody forgot. Doing the yoga experiment, which you just did during the whatever part it was tonight, is very nice. So increasing everybody's stage, being unshakable and stable. With that experiment with you for 2 or 3 minutes is quite lovely. So just wanted to let you know that it's, I guess with everybody there, with you and everybody on online, hearing what you have said and then being able to practice that with you, very special. So I hope that continues.
Actually, we had been doing it, and yesterday I didn't, so somebody reminded that, can we do that? I said, yeah. So it's good I was reminded, and that's why I did it today.
So I'm going to remind the person who reminded you to remind you. It's very good. See how that goes. Light and Might House, we've heard that many times in the Murli, and that point that was brought out about being unshakable and stable first. Is that something that you've experienced just by kind of your own practice of remembrance, following others, listening to Murli and studying? Is that the main way that we would become unshakable and stable?
I think that Baba has given us the knowledge of drama. And not only that, whatever happens is according to drama, but it is beneficial. I mean, I know what benefit people in countries which are going through war and violence will see it. But ultimately, this thought that whatever happened, there is some benefit in that. And not only that, but it had to happen in drama. So stability in sense of that it had to happen, it's drama, and make past as past, all the circumstances as scenes of drama. So I think that this can create unshakable and stable stage. Do you have any experience of that?
Of being unshakable and stable when something's going on?
Yes.
Well, when the avionics signal came up, it mentioned the date, and that's for us tomorrow's date. For you, it's today's date. It's September 11th, and that's a very profound date here in New York, because 24
Mm.
years ago there was a situation, and thinking of that when the World Trade Centers were attacked, and
Yeah. Today
kind
is
of
9/11 there. Mhm.
yeah, 9/11. That's tomorrow for us. It's already started for you, and that was the event that really stands out for us here, and to kind of Baba had said things would happen suddenly, and I was in a situation where I didn't have to worry about my well-being. So I had the kind of liberty to, reflect on that without being too caught up into the excitement of the moment. And in that sense, my mind did go to what Baba wants, how we should see these things, and what was necessary at that time to be stable, to have that remembrance, and be connected. Um, Now, not everybody had that experience or luxury. They were kind of caught up in some of the details. And it's very clear that I'm sure we've got people around here now who still might not see the benefit in that situation in their lives. Is there something that we should do or could do for those who are still kind of stuck on the loss or the hurt or the fear that they had and don't move forward?
I think that there were two, three things. One, there was a lot of anger because those who did, and there were some, they wanted justice. There were, I was, I came same day from Malaysia,
Yep.
and I was landing, and this was happening. I didn't know when, but because all the roads, all the bridges, everything got closed, so I couldn't, reach home until evening when they opened some of the bridges. But of course, people everywhere had their television on and news, and so we were in someone's home because we couldn't go. But I know they had like loud, big television. And I went in another room and I said, Baba said, no, you have to extinguish fire and do Mansa Seva. So I just sat and did Mansa Seva. And then now, you also must be hearing about Nepal, right?
Yep.
What is going on there is quite a big situation. But because Baba has told us that these things will happen, so nothing is new. What situation happened, but he was not allowing emotions in the sense of insecurity, then what will happen. And it's not only 9/11, but even otherwise, so much is happening in USA, right? And I'm sure you all are able to be unshakable and steady. But what I find that in that stage you can help, right? In that unshakable, you can serve, because at that time the vibrations, the fears, insecurity, so much is going on. So because of that, people think very wasteful, talk about things. Atmosphere is very, very much absorbed in that situation. So I think that for us to be just using power of knowledge and yoga, our stability to many souls who are very fearful, very insecure. So I think we can do Mansa Seva if we are not able to do anything else.
Yeah.
I know our center is very near, right, Manhattan Center, and they thought what they could do. So they brought the bottle of waters and, try to do whatever you can.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, if we are stable, then we can help other souls also. Like lighthouse, give direction, not maybe in physical way, but in very subtle way also. Mansha Seva we can do a lot.
Is
So
that what? Go ahead.
if full of fear, uncertainty, then anger, then it won't work.
Is that
Yes.
one way to interpret the signal today about overcoming any situation in a second? That it is not fixing the situation, but it is being stable in the situation so that that energy that's around doesn't affect us.
Yeah. Yeah, that is also, but at the moment, wherever you are, the people around you, you can serve them if you are stable. Like Ram Prakash shares his story.
Yeah.
Because he was stable, he could help people through words, through encouragement and hope, and. So I think Lord's service can also happen.
Okay. Well, then lots of services in front of us to happen because I think lots of things are happening, uh, events. And you had mentioned that there's no solution when we're influenced. And so the influence would be of the situation or of Maya that comes from that or from other people's words or activities. All of that would be
Yeah,
destabilizing, and therefore we're not clear and there's no solution. So we get kind of caught up in that. Um,
yeah, everything.
yeah.
I think when you are stable, the right kind of thoughts will come in you, whether it is self protection or helping others. So when the stage is good, then only your mind can work in a positive way to find the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So one is not getting influenced by the situation. Other is also thinking of what I can do, how can I serve. But when Baba says that within a second, that means when something is happening, there is the possibility of influence on you. But within a second, if you are able to understand a scene of drama, you let it pass. That intensity and the influence of the circumstances are not on you. Because that intensity also. I remember that when Ratan Mohini Didi left body, naturally in her cottage, the whole atmosphere was. And one of the sister, I like it, keeps saying, everyone have patience, everyone have patience, in the sense of not get overwhelmed by the emotions. And that was helping. So
Just to
when
have
you are,
patience.
yeah, in the sense of they were very emotional, some were really, really not in a good stage.
Mm-hmm.
So how to comfort them in a nice way. So she keeps saying to that, okay, be stable, be patient. Good words she was speaking, which was helping everyone a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So I'll try to remember that mantra. Just be patient. Just be patient. See what it is. Because there are many scenes in the drama. Many more are going to be coming. And you said something else, which I think is very true, is that if we get caught up in little things, and those affect us, how will we respond when it's actually really something dramatic and large and affects us a lot? Um, I think that that's very important to remember also that we should be able to get through little things, what somebody says, how somebody looked at me, all those things. They shouldn't bother us at all at this time.
So we hear so many things also about USA. Is everything okay with all of you?
Everything is, well, when you say all of us, I'm going to think of Centerwasis and students. Everything is kind of good. We've got a couple of challenges for some of the students here. But anybody in the United States that you ask is going to say that the country that they grew up with is changing a lot. There was just an assassination of someone today. All sorts of different things. Hard to keep track of the number of amazing events that kind of shake everybody.
Yeah, people might be very stressed, right?
Yeah.
Anxiety and stress. Yeah.
Yeah. And if we want to drift into that, business is a big issue because nobody knows what the future holds. And so they don't know how to act. And so they're quite concerned about that. So there's a lot of volatility in people's minds. And I guess that's the opposite of stability. So that's where we need to be. So,
Okay.
well,
It
very
was
good.
nice to talk to you and hear from you the latest news.
Anytime.
Okay.
Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.